This is the story, the fantastically true story, of Herbert A. Philbrick, who for 9 frightening years did lead 3 lives. Average citizen, high-level member of the Communist Party, and counter-spy for the Federal Bureau of Investigation. For obvious reasons, the names, dates, and places have been changed, but the story is based on fact. It's the job of a counter-spy to help find the enemies of the United States. This week's story concerns a secret communist cell meeting and the search for one such hidden enemy. An average day's work in an average office by an average guy. I wish it were true. How long has it been since I was an average guy? I'm not scared stiff of every phone call. How long? Philbrick speaking.
Herb?
Yeah.
We've decided to start the new advertising campaign right away. Rough out 8 sketches and bring them over. Sally will want to okay them.
Sounded just like a normal business call. Real meaning, a communist has just told me plans have been switched. There'll be an urgent cell meeting tonight, 8 sharp at Sally's. Be there. Not that phone, Philbrick. You can't call people from here. It's not that simple. Nothing is that simple. Ever. Just one phone call, and I'm suspicious of every person I see. They can't all be communists. They can't all be dangerous. They can't all be watching me. If I could just be sure that none of them were watching me. But I'm not sure. I'm never sure. Comrades do have anyone on my trail, this ought to shake them. Don't go straight to the phone booth, Philbrick. Remember, a straight line is the shortest distance to danger. Pick up some tobacco first. Make it look natural.
Adam speaking.
Hello, Doctor. Doctor, I feel pretty sick. I don't think those pills are doing any good.
Try taking the pills just before you go to bed at night.
The attacks are coming pretty frequently.
Very well, then. Start taking the other pills. Take them every 7 hours. That's the main thing.
Seventh and Main. Every 7 hours, that's the main thing. This is the place. for the hard part. Sit here, wait for Adams. Look calm, look hungry. Smile at the waiter. Remember, you got nothing on your mind but the businessman's blue plate special. Sell it, Philbrick, sell it big. Right on time. Wait a minute. Who's that? Think fast. Are you sure? It's Comrade August, all right. Why does a big wheel in the party show up in the same place with me and the FBI? Call it off, quick. Break the contact. We've planned for this. Remember the signal. Use it. See it, Adams. Please see it. Don't miss. Don't let me down. Thank heaven he saw it. Thank heaven for guys like Adams. Right down to the way he flipped that match, straight out in front of him. All I have to do now is leave and walk down the street. He'll make the next move. How long can I hold out? How many near misses before one lands on target? And I'm the target. That couldn't have been a coincidence. They're onto me. Even if I'm wrong this time, one of these times I won't be wrong. It won't be a coincidence. He's had about enough time. Ought to be coming soon. I better start watching. That's the whole story, Adams. I'm through. I've had it.
All right.
All right? Is that the best answer you can give me?
You've done an awful lot, Herb. And I know how rough it's been on you. Nobody could blame you for quitting.
I think of friends and good times I've had. And I think of my job and how fast I'd lose it. How tough it'd be to get another one if my boss knew that I'm a communist. I'm worried about my job. I'm worried about my family. I'm worried about my life. I'm just plain yellow.
You had me fooled.
I know I'm not the only guy doing this kind of work. Why do we do it?
You know the answer to that one, Herb.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I do. Okay, let's get back to work. You win as usual. I always feel better after I blow off steam like this.
Okay, shoot. What's the score?
My cell has arranged an emergency meeting tonight at 8 o'clock, Sally's place. That's over on the east side. I've suspected that it's been arranged in my special honor. Sort of a farewell gesture of the party to Herb Philbrick before he accommodates them by jumping out of a high window.
Any special reason to think they're onto you?
There are always reasons.
I know. But unless you're certain that we've slipped up somewhere, I think you can go to that meeting tonight. As I understand it, these special cell meetings are very rare events. Well, it's up to you, Herb. You're on your own.
Okay, Jim. I'll be seeing you. Okay, Philbrick. He left it up to you. What are you going to do now? Like the man said, I guess you know the answer to that one. You're going to that meeting tonight. Right back into the frying pan again. Find out what the big boys in Moscow have cooked up this time. But that's tonight. Meanwhile, you've got a day's work to do. Back to the office. Stay on the job. Keep your mind off tonight at 8 o'clock. Quitting time, Philbrick. Now we really go to work. Just be John Q. Citizen, leaving a hard day at the office. 8 o'clock and that cell meeting will come soon enough. And John Q. Citizen will become Comrade Herb, communist. Play it like any other day, Philbrick. Act casual. Say something to the newsboy, the way you always do. Hi, Tommy. How's everything?
Fine.
Play it easy. No fast moves, no fast answers. Tonight you'll have to talk and act like a true comrade. Naturally and instinctively. It isn't easy to fool them, my comrades in the cell. They're smart and they're suspicious. Take Comrade Doc, for instance. A real brain, Doc. Teaches economics at the university. Could be going off to conduct a seminar in price structure. He could be. Or like Lothar, another average-looking citizen, owns his own store, an average store. Up front. In the back rooms, he owns nothing. This is owned by the communists. This is a storeroom, a supply depot of communist literature. Or Comrade Bob. A ball of fire in a courtroom, young, aggressive. He's going places. Sure he is. He's going to a cell meeting of the Communist Party. A very special meeting. Nice-looking people, ordinary people. No two alike, no mark to set them apart. Nothing on the surface. But underneath, they all have the same thing in common. They're communists. They hate your guts. They intend to destroy you and your family and everything you hold sacred. And I'm going to meet them at 8 o'clock. I'm one of them. Almost there, Philbrick. In a few minutes, you'll know if the cell meeting is in your honor. Comrade Sally lives in a high-class neighborhood. If anyone you know outside the party ever sees you down here, Philbrick, brother...
Herb Philbrick, what are you doing around here?
Oh, no. Leroy Wilkerson, biggest advertising account in the office. I'm dead. What's he doing in this neighborhood? How can I shake him?
Hop in, I'll drive you where you're going.
Oh, well, thanks. I'm almost there.
What's the difference? Why walk?
Okay, thanks. Wilkerson's no fool. He knows there's something fishy about my being here. How many more questions is he going to ask? I've got to get out of here. We've already passed the place. Hold it. That's the place. That's where my friend lives in that brownstone front over there.
There?
Well, he's had a run of bad luck lately. I thought I'd cheer him up.
What kind of bad luck?
Factory where he works closed down.
10 to 1, a bunch of Moscow Reds closed the plant. Those commies are out to ruin us, Herb.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Well, I'll be getting along.
We ought to ship them all back to Russia. Let them get a belly full of communism.
Right.
Trouble is, we're too blasted soft with them. I'm sorry, Herb. I didn't mean to start a lecture.
Well, that's okay. I agree with you. Well, thanks for the ride. Minutes late. I'll hear about that from Sally.
You're late.
Yeah, I was trapped. I ran into a guy I knew a few blocks from here. It took me a couple of minutes to get rid of him.
I'm surprised you didn't invite him up to meet us.
No, look, Sally, I couldn't...
Or wasn't he a member of the FBI?
Oh, yeah, sure. It was J. Edgar Hoover himself. Evening, comrade. Party joke. Always good for a nervous laugh. Oh, no. My coat. Left it in Wilkerson's car. And he's just the kind of guy who'll go out of his way to get it back to me. If Wilkerson starts knocking on doors, asking for a Herb Philbrick, it can't be Wilkerson. He couldn't have found you so quickly. But what if it should be? What can I do?
Hello, Herb. You left your coat in my car.
Oh, thanks. Thanks. You shouldn't have gone to the trouble.
No trouble at all. I knew just where to find you. And if you should be looking for your pipe tobacco, comrade, you'll find it in your right pocket.
Comrade Herb, meet Comrade Leroy.
Oh, Herb and I are old friends. Now I'd like to meet some of the other comrades.
Comrade Leroy. This is why I wake up in cold sweats. This is the enemy hidden securely under the protection of everyday life, wearing 1,000 disguises. Merchant, teacher, lawyer, housewife, author, worker, or wearing the features of Leroy Wilkerson.
Well, I think we better get on with the meeting. Comrades, I have called this emergency meeting for one reason. To expose a traitor.
4 frightened men trying to look innocent. No, we're not all making reports to the FBI, but we all suffer from party stomach.
This traitor has sold out our party, has become a capitalistic dupe, a deviationist.
Philbrick, she's talking about you.
This traitor is one of the founders of our cell, a hard worker in the party, one who has enjoyed every trust and every confidence. I am that traitor, comrades, if I may still call you that. I have betrayed you. My defense.
Confession is good for the soul. If the comrades don't believe in the soul, they do believe in confessing. It's the big emotional thing with them, like a huge public bath where everyone scrubs everyone else's back. It's sickening, but it takes me off the hook, for now.
Comrade Leroy is here to spell out the facts of this treachery.
Comrades, Sally has been guilty of following the instructions of a man who has betrayed us. A man who would have us believe that communism can exist in this very same world with this vicious, evil capitalism.
The burden of Wilkerson's tirade was that this leader had taken us down the path of coexistence, which translates world capitalism and world communism can breathe the same air. That was the party line.
The ultimate goal of the Communist Party has never changed. World revolution is still the instrument. The violent overthrow of capitalistic institutions, the final victory.
Capitalistic institutions, namely the government of the United States. So this was the big message, really big, fresh from the common form in Moscow. The new party line. Even a leader in the party, the national leader, doesn't originate policy. He's only stuck with it. Policy is handed down from the Kremlin, undiluted, straight.
Our part in this movement can be stated very simply. Destroy. Destroy the United States and everything it stands for.
That's a lot of territory, comrade. Do you mean everything?
And I mean everything. The job isn't finished until the last American flag is cut up for cotton waste. We don't stop until the workers we have armed put the torch to Washington, D.C., and the stench of capitalist bourgeois government is purified by the flames. A question?
Yes, but when do we start?
Let me put it this way, comrade. We have never stopped. Carried along the way, true. That is to be corrected. Our efforts to educate the lower levels of the party redoubled. When the command is given, we will be ready. Perhaps my message would be more palatable in capsule form. The honeymoon is over. The divorce is final. Capitalism has gone home to mother. And, comrades, our inevitable destiny is poured in blood, in fire, in communism.
You heard what the man said. He was talking about your destiny, your blood. So now the meeting starts to break up. We leave in the order of our arrival, separately. First Lothar, then Comrade Bob, a few seconds later. The ultimate goal of the Communist Party has never changed.
You may go now, Comrade Doctor.
Arm the workers for the violent overthrow of the United States government. One more minute for you to keep that dedicated look glazed on your face. Then you're in action. Got to get this to the FBI, every word, every phrase.
You may leave next if you wish, Comrade Leroy. I have something to discuss with Herb.
See you both again sometime.
Fine. My star performer, I wonder if there's a rule governing arrival for a cell meeting that you didn't break tonight.
I know. How wrong can I get?
Ooh, worse than wrong, absent-minded. Careless. If you want to stay at the Pro 4 level of the party, you better get on the ball.
I'll do better,
Oh,
Comrade.
one last thing, Comrade. The party doesn't take chances with people at the top. You don't make a move that isn't reported to the committee. They know everything there is to know about you. Everything. Good night, Comrade.
Good night. Know everything about you. Everything, every move being watched. Adds up, doesn't it, Philbrick? The meeting, straight talk or a trap? You guess. If I give this to the FBI and there's even a ripple, they'll know who threw the rock. If I give this to the FBI. If they don't stop me before I get started, here and now. They couldn't ask for a better street for a murder. Why couldn't this be one of the times when the FBI decided to cover the neighborhood? What I'd give to see someone, anyone, a man fixing a flat tire, a delivery truck with engine trouble, any familiar sight so that I could feel that they're here. Something move? There in that doorway. Adams or a comrade? Imagining things, Philbrick. That's dangerous. I guess my luck's still holding out. Maybe they're not onto me. Or maybe they're letting me get away. Home, Philbrick. A man's castle. When an enemy attacks your castle, you fight. You fight with any weapon you can lay your hands on. This is your home, Philbrick, and your fight. Get to your weapon, your secret weapon. Sally said they know everything about you. But here's one thing they don't know about. A secret room in the attic of your own home. This is it, Philbrick. Now your finger is on the trigger. Your weapon is information. Get that report typed up now. This is your weapon, Philbrick. Information. No rest for the wicked, Philbrick, nor the vigilant. How long's it been since you had a full night's sleep? How long?
Too hot to mail?
Thought you'd want this one fast.
Take a look at those photographs, Herb. If you don't like your picture, take a look at the others. Pretty good for infrared, don't you think?
All the time I was sweating blood, they were there all the time. Federal Bureau of Investigation, Federal Bureau of Miracles is more like it.
We know the others, but who's the prosperous-looking stranger, the big executive type?
He's the reason for the meeting. The gloves are off, Jim. They're starting to move, fast.
How far are they going to go, Herb? Any indication?
Quote, we must begin to arm the workers for the violent overthrow of the United States government.
You haven't answered my first question, Herb. Who is he?
He's big. Awful big. Leroy Wilkerson. Wilkerson.
Okay, Herb. This is a link we've been looking for a long time. You're right. He's big. You can be proud of this one, Herb.
Be saying it. You can be proud of that one, he said. Proud, yes, but not the pride of a job well done. Rather the pride that gives you courage to keep going on a job far from finished. Back into fear, into danger, into communism. As a counter-spy. Keep walking, Philbrick. Keep walking. The files of the Federal Bureau of Investigation were completed on Leroy Wilkerson, his real name, his plans, his whereabouts known and reported. This man is no longer a hidden threat to the security of the United States. Next week, another story from the files of a man who spent 9 fantastic years as a counter-spy for the Federal Bureau of Investigation.